Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us, listeners. The Rangers have tied the series 1-1 in Game 2 in overtime. Barclay Goodrow with the winning goal. And Little Ed and Coach Ed were at the game. They'll be joining us shortly, probably from the train. Mikey, this was a stressful game. I tried to stay positive. I kept telling everyone, texting me and my wife with me, just stay positive, stay positive. We got to be positive. This team is given us a reason all year. Just be positive, be positive. I tried my best all game, and they rewarded us with a really gutsy win in overtime to even this series up 1-1. Just initial thoughts. Just initial thoughts on the game overall.
Overall, I feel like they hit their stride at the right time. You and I were talking about it before, but a lot of big face-off wins, key defensive face-off wins, especially late in the game in overtime. The physicality was there. The effort was there. The chances were there. Igor was there all night. So,
yeah,
I was just super impressed. It was a little tough at the end of the first period, even going into the second, but it was a hard-fought battle for sure.
Yeah, Barclay Goodrow in overtime, obviously he gets the game-winning goal. We got to give him that kind of love. And when Little Ed and Coach Ed come on, they're going to give me a lot of shit, right? So I'm ready for it. But, what can you say about this guy? I have nothing bad to say about Goodrow ever again. If he performs like this in the playoffs, what are you going to do? In the regular season, you just own it. It is what it is. Like you said, it's not just the game-winning goal. It's those defensive zone face-offs, icing after icing in overtime. Covers by Shesterkin. They put, Laviolette puts Trocheck and Goodrow out there. Depending on where the draw is, on the left side, Goodrow takes it. On the right side, Trocheck takes it. And you just see Goodrow win those draws, pucks out. That's huge. It's overtime. Any defensive zone loss on a faceoff could lead to a scoring chance.
Yeah.
So all those plays, and then, of course, it's Trocheck who makes the play across to Goodrow, and he snipes it. I can't believe they won this game. I'm just really happy. Obviously, it's been a tough 2 games. The Panthers are a really good team, and to come out of this 1-1 and now we go to Florida and you just hope for a split there. And this is a good series. This is going to hopefully be a long series, and the Rangers showed tonight that they can play with this team, and Goodrow's a big part of it.
Easily. Yeah.
Goodrow's a big part of that.
Easily. I am fans that keep mentioning VC. That was kind of tough. What do you think?
Yeah,
I think he might be out, but
I think it's I can't see the Instagram or YouTube comments from where I am, but I think on the VC hit, like Lomberg is he's a rat. He's a rat. I don't like the guy. I think he's a dirty player. It's one of those guys when he's on your team, you like him, and when you play against him, you don't. The puck's not there. It's head contact. No call. VC's out of the game. It's a shame. Hopefully VC's okay, and maybe it was just he got banged up, but it looked like a concussion. Hopefully he's okay, and they can be fine. But yeah, Lomberg is a rat. He's a rat. I'm looking for someone to lay ASAP. Little Ed, Coach Ed, joining us from the train. What's up, boys?
Let's go Rangers.
Good,
what
bro.
A game.
You missed it. I said I will never say anything about Goodrow again in the regular season. If he messes up the playoffs, I'll say it. But in the regular season, I'll eat it forever.
He can do whatever he wants in the regular season.
We've been telling you all season, let it go. But you
all right, I will. I told you, Mikey. Go ahead, give it to me, Coach. Give it to me.
I'm
It's
not
fine.
giving you anything. I'm very happy tonight. It's a good night.
Wow, what a
Good
snipe!
night.
What a snipe! But I was telling Mikey, it's not even the goals; those defensive zone faceoffs in overtime. Goodrow and Trocheck both out there in case one gets kicked out. If it's on the left, Goodrow takes it. On the right, Trocheck. And he's just a clutch player, man. And the board battles, I love the guy. I
Dude,
really do. I gotta
I
say.
said it. I said it in the group chat, like kind of as a joke. That's why he makes the big bucks, but that's exactly why he makes the contract that he makes. Man, he's got the playoff experience, like you just said. You take the goal away, he still had a phenomenal game.
Yeah,
And
he played
that penalty he got was a bullshit call.
Yeah,
horse shit call.
Gojo is worth $3.6 million. Ryan Farrell.
Both penalties were bullshit. Fox penalty was also bullshit.
Yeah,
Rodriguez was holding a stick. He held his stick.
He needs
Yeah.
to wake up a little bit. I don't know what you guys think. I think Foxy needs to wake up a little bit.
he played a lot better tonight than he did last game. For sure.
Yeah, he played better, but
I still don't see it though. He's not his regular self for sure.
No, he's definitely not his regular self. He's definitely banged up, but he's doing everything he can. He looked like he had a little bit more of a jump in his step than he did last game, without a doubt. Whether he feels better or he's just digging a little deeper, trying to get to those loose pucks. But you noticed he was able to skate a little bit better than he did last game. So I don't know what happened or what, but
Let's not talk about the negative. How about the save control, man, also?
yeah, the save in front. You see that little kick save in the crease?
Yep.
Unbelievable. On the
Igor
subject of defense, I think
that's the last game.
Trouba and Miller had a phenomenal game. I think Miller had one of his best games of the season. He was tough behind the net. He played a lot of good stick checks, a lot of good recoveries, small plays in front of the net. I think he played his best game of the season. I'm hard on him a lot, so I felt like I needed to give him some credit.
Trouba had a good game too, but I gotta say, at least once a game, he makes a terrible turnover behind the net. Every game, there's one.
There was one tonight. Just one.
And
As long as we keep it to one,
yeah,
and then he's got all those blocks and the hits and everything, we're fine.
keep it to one and save it, and then just it's fine.
Did you guys talk about the laugh yet?
We didn't talk
No,
about.
we have not.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
The goal?
We didn't miss much.
Oh,
Laffy's
yeah, no. But
Trocheck's goal now.
I
Yeah,
was already
buzzing from the drop of the puck tonight.
I was already jumping out of my seat because of the hit. Never mind the goal, and that was an awesome play.
I
He
was right in
stepped it
front
up.
of you guys.
He had a rough game one for sure. Laffy was flying all over the ice. I don't know how much you guys were able to see. Now it's watching him live. He was flying all over the ice. Yeah, I felt like he had like 10 hits just by himself. I don't know how many he got credited for, but he was throwing his body around every chance he got.
He was involved. He was definitely engaged.
Laffy was
High level.
he was on the forecheck all night. That play was a play. I thought it was a clean hit. I mean, the announcers kind of acted like it might have
Could have been interference.
Yeah, they acted been interference. I didn't think so. I thought the puck was there. The puck was kind of there, and they collided, and he just laid it out, and it was a great play. And
I mean, if that happened against us, we would have been screaming for a goal.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
in the corner, with the follow through, the high stick follow through, kind of gets away with that. Borzen goes down. It all just kind of converged nicely for the Rangers in that play, but they needed a goal, and because they shut out one, they got it. And look, that was a great play by Laffy. I thought he was a different thing. I think he was in on the forecheck all night. No flybys with Laffy. There's no fly. Razovic, flyby every time. Laffy will hit every single thing that goes by. I thought he was good. I think I want more out of Aaron as a backup. But it's 1-1. We're going to Florida 1-1. We split there. We're good to go, So it's kind of looking like they got the win. These guys got time to figure it out, and that's a big win. They won the game.
Look, you're saying
You're breaking up a lot. You're breaking up a lot, cuz. Give it a chance to catch up or whatever.
Look.
But
Zippy. You guys there?
Yeah, I
you
think
got
we're
Twitch.
losing
Yeah.
little Ed a little bit.
Maybe it's our service.
Mikey, put that.
You guys saying you want more out of Red Zippy, but
Put
What did
that.
you say, cuz?
Mike Freeman good.
Yeah, I like
Everyone's
this
freezing
one.
right now.
Little Ed, you got the train issues. It's okay. How about the hit by by 5?
I don't know if it does. I got full service.
What are your thoughts on that?
Can't really hear
I
you,
didn't hear what
cuz.
you said.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, maybe.
Tell Theo to go out up on the roof and hold the antenna up higher.
Throw a comment up on the screen, Mikey. How about the hit by Kulikov? I feel like if Rempe had that, it would have been a 5-minute game. Is that the one on? That was the one on Wenberg. Without a
Yes.
doubt.
Yeah.
We just said that with a few of the people on the train with us. If that happened to Rempe, he would have been suspended for a couple of games.
Yeah, I don't know how they. What did the announcers say about that on TV?
I mean, they thought it was PK thought it was a good hit.
Well,
Yeah, PK's a clown.
Matt thought it was the right call too, though. The
Messier,
I don't know.
during the game,
Yeah.
they were iffy. They were iffy on it, but I don't mind the call. I don't mind it. Just call it that way all series. You know?
The hit on VC, to
Yeah.
me, when I first saw it, looked head to head.
Yeah. The
I
hit
don't
on
Yeah,
understand.
we didn't really have a good angle on it. I didn't really see it well.
I thought the hit was worse.
I didn't see that.
Is my connection better, Mikey?
Yeah, you're not breaking in and out now,
All
or at
right.
least.
Yeah, I thought the
No.
hit was worse, honestly. But the issue I had with the Kulikov hit was the puck wasn't there, and the main point of contact was the head. And when you have those two things combined, it should be a major, and that's just the reality. But the way the announcers looked at it was he was committed to the hit before the puck was gone, and Wenberg was kind of hunched over, so it wasn't an intent to hit him in the head. Whatever. It is what it is. As long as they call that all series, I'm fine with it. It's okay.
Well, I will say that I don't want to say Rempe got away with a few, but there were a few hits that Rempe threw that I feel like they would have called on him in the past.
Yep.
I think that was the whole game. There were a lot of plays they let go that they would have called during the regular season. I think they're letting them play pretty good hockey, physical. You're saying before I was trying to comment on your statement that you want more out of Zippy and Panarin.
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about.
But Florida, we're holding Barkov, we held Kachuk, we held the.
It's a really tight game.
Hey,
It's a tight game.
It's going to be a tight game. They're not going to dominate games. There's no way.
I don't-
they're gonna dominate
Well, the
games.
thing that I liked about Panarin is like he didn't get frustrated when they were shutting him down like he did in Game 1 and a few games against Carolina. He was still hustling. He was still doing everything he could. He was making the right dump-ins. He had one bad turnover cross ice that we'll let him get away with it because he did get away with it. But other than that, I think he was at least hustling. He threw a few good forecheck hits behind the net, or at least what he calls hits.
I mean, so far they shut down Reinhardt too.
And yeah.
59 goals
And
or
Bennett.
whatever.
Panarin back check saved a goal, I thought.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
My
Back check,
problem with Mika,
he hustled all the way back on that. I was very impressed. I was like, holy shit, Panarin hustling. Like, he had no space. It's tough. He's got no space.
It's a very difficult situation. They're a tight defensive team, and they got to make the smart plays, and they just got to win games. No one's going to dominate these games.
They're all
0
going to
for
be tight.
power play, guys. 0 for 4 in the power play for the Rangers. Florida, they've killed like 24 out of 25, I think I saw on the broadcast. Rangers didn't need it tonight. They pulled out the win, but that could have been the difference in the game. If Florida gets the overtime goal, we're sitting here going, hey, we had all those chances on the power play and didn't come through. I mean, how important is it for the Rangers to kind of fix that going into game 3?
Looking at it and keep improving on it. I mean, it was definitely an improvement from game 1 to game 2. They moved the puck a lot better. We were just saying it before we jumped on with the people sitting next to us that they were kind of looking for that not perfect shot, but that shot up the middle, and the Panthers were doing a good job blocking it and clearing the front of the net and not giving up rebounds and not getting that second opportunity in front. So, like, they were kind of canceling Kreider out in front, I think. So even the pucks that were landing in the slot or in the crease and stuff were getting cleared out or covered by Bobrovsky or cleared out by the defenseman. So I was saying they got to try to walk the line, try and get that, try to almost fake that shot up the middle, get the Panthers players to bite a little bit, and then pass it over to Panarin or Zibby on the walls. And you got to open up the ice a little bit better. But I think the important thing is they weren't, it wasn't completely ugly like it was in game 1. They were moving the puck well. They got some opportunities. And hopefully they just keep building off it, and we'll see what happens in game 3.
I mean, I didn't see Florida getting any short-handed opportunities that was scary.
Right.
The Rangers moved it. They got some shots. I think they're going to work on it. Guaranteed Pride is watching film on it tomorrow.
Yeah, it was
Hedo gave Florida a nice short-handed opportunity.
Yeah, that was scary. That was scary.
Yeah, well, what? I thought you said you didn't see any.
I said not many. They weren't scary, you know.
Still had a good game, honestly. He was involved.
I thought he was going to get the game winner. Let's not get out of hand.
Yeah.
No, he played well. Hedo was physical too. I mean, he threw some hits and he took some hits. I was impressed by Hedo tonight. Let's talk about Hedo. So Hedo's in. Rozovic goes to the third line. And Kako comes out and Rempe draws in. A lot of fans were critical of the decision to bench Kako instead of benching VC, instead of benching Rozovic or Hedel. A lot of fans understood Rempe coming in, but the decision to scratch Kako coming into the game, I wasn't a fan of that decision. Again, I'm all about just trusting Laviolette at this point after this whole season, so I trust him. But I didn't really like that call. Where were you guys at before the game, and where do you stand now with the decision to scratch Kako? It looks like VC might be out, so maybe he comes back. But, just what are your thoughts generally?
You want to take this one first, Coach?
I mean, I think I wasn't a fan of it either. We were talking on the way in. I would have said VC. I think they might have only kept VC in because he's a penalty killer. But, Kako wasn't, I know the stats and the analytics are showing that life is doing great, but he wasn't really making a difference. So, every coach has been doing that. I mean, Wilmer Reese has been doing it all playoffs. These guys are all doing those little moves, putting guys in and out of the lineup. And maybe it's going to light a fire up his ass. Maybe he'll be back next game with a vengeance. It happened a couple of years ago, too. Didn't he sit in the playoffs?
Yeah, the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years ago.
He's got to pick it up a notch. I don't expect him to get goals, but he's getting more opportunities.
Yeah,
I disagree with the whole thing. I mean, I basically just second everything Coach just said. But also I second what you said too. It's hard to argue with any decision that this coaching staff has made or is making this whole entire season, man. And they hit this game also. So
I'm more concerned that they didn't play Rempe in the first game, in my opinion.
well, that's what I was gonna say.
I disagree with that.
I feel like they kind of made the mistake in the first game. The Garden was like, I know we obviously weren't at game 1, but we talked to a few people before the game and whatever. It was electric tonight. Loud every time Rempe touched the ice, even when he wasn't on the ice. I mean, yeah, they were chanting Rempe the whole time, getting loud every time he threw a hit. But even when he wasn't on the ice, the whole place was bumping the entire game tonight. I was really happy about that. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, the place went nuts when he won that face-off, too. It was funny.
They were constantly talking about Rempe on the broadcast. He won that face-off. They showed it like 4 times, and they were like, this crowd is obsessed with this guy. And that's why you got to play him, though. It's one of the I don't want to say the only reason, but the significance of the energy that Rempe brings is really important. It's really important.
Well, we also you can't ignore that he actually played a really good game tonight.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Maybe the last game, not necessarily. I mean, he looked a little lost at times against Carolina, but tonight he played really well. He was skating well. He made better decisions with the puck. He wasn't really like fumbling the puck as much. Yeah, and I think the Rangers just rallied around him, man. And like I said, it helped that he played a really good game. The guy that was sitting next to us before pointed out that he had a shift with a minute 30 left in the game,
Yep.
minute 14, whatever, and then he had another shift in overtime. So
Look, I don't think they rallied
I think
around
that
him necessarily, but I just think that the energy the crowd has when he's on the ice, when he does anything, is important because
I don't.
stretches so much often we talk about this. There's stretches of the game where the crowd is quiet, but when you have Rempe in the lineup, that doesn't happen. The Rangers can go 3 shifts pinned in their zone, and then Rempe wins a faceoff on and the crowd's like going crazy, and it just brings the energy to the team. It's amazing. I've never seen a player like Rempe. It's the fanfare that comes along with him is very unique.
Sean Avery was close to that.
Sean Avery was there tonight, and the place went nuts when they brought him on the screen. It was really that was cool. He should come to every game because the place went nuts when they brought him on, almost louder than when they brought Henrik on tonight.
I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, it was really loud.
He was close like, to it, but it was different because Avery was already established. Rempe was like pulled up 21. He's not ready for the NHL yet.
I remember being at a game with Aaron against Toronto at the Garden, and Avery had like 2 fights, a goal, 2 assists.
I remember you telling me about that game, actually. That's weird.
And it was just exciting as hell. Every time he stepped on the ice, he was involved, and it was action. And it was a similar situation as far as getting the crowd going.
And when I say,
the other thing that happened, excuse me, is even with Avery back then, not only does the crowd get going, the team feeds off. Laffy's jumping, Cooley's jumping. I'm going to hit the next guy. I'm getting the next guy. And it's like just contagious.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Like we got your back. We were talking about this last time. It's easier for certain guys to make plays because they know Rempe's there on the bench. You were saying last time, that I could stand with my chest out a little more.
Yeah. And what I was going to say is maybe rallying around him is like a bad term, or I'm not saying that properly, but like you notice like Goudreau or VC, they know where he is on the ice and they'll dump the puck in his corner, or like they'll send the puck on his side of the ice on purpose or hard around or across ice or whatever, because like either the defenseman's going to fumble it knowing that Rempe's coming, or Rempe's just going to beat him to it or hit him or do something. So like, it's not necessarily rallying around, but like they play to his strengths. Is this Aaron Park?
And he's pretty slick with the puck. Gets the puck head, and he gets a chance if he's just a little more patient with the puck. As time goes on, I think he can really make some plays. He's got skill. He's not just.
He'll work on his skating in the off season. They'll tell him exactly what to work on. They'll get him a skating coach or something. He'll be flying next season. And not to look too far ahead, they also have Edstrom chomping at the bit to try and get into this lineup. And when Coach Ed and I went to the Hartford game earlier this year, that guy was flying all over the ice, and he could skate.
Don't.
What?
As well. Another 6'7" guy they just signed out of the OHL. Don't sleep on him. That could be a line in the future. Edstrom, Rubrek.
The tree line. Should we start? We got to make the shirts now. The redwood forest.
Anyway, so we got that going on. But look, good win. I want some more out of our top guys, but they fought hard tonight. Look, I said it throughout the game. I kept saying to Theo, throughout the game, she was nervous, and I was like, I need positivity. I was like, look, all said and done, the team showed up tonight. You know, like you can't really say they didn't show up tonight, regardless of the outcome. Obviously, the win makes it easier to handle. But if they lost, I was going to come on here and say the team played hard. You know, it really was all you can ask for as a fan. Like they came to play.
It's kind of weird that you say that because I was thinking the same thing. It's like you always hear about like the broadcasters, like in between periods, they kind of like start thinking about like what they're going to say in the post game and stuff, like as the game's going on. And that's how I was thinking. I was like, even if they lose tonight, we're going to have to record the show, and it's going to be hard to they just played a really good game all around.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was really
away from the puck against Barkov. Barkov schooled him once and got a scoring opportunity. Then Sturka made a nice save off him. Like he did a spin around on him in the corner. But other than that, I watched Jimmy covering him away from the puck, and he was making really good reads, staying with him, and then jumping again to the puck.
And what you said about you want more out of the first and second lines, I don't disagree. But we did say before this series, before the playoffs started, probably both, that the first two lines are going to negate themselves. They're going to cancel each other out, right? And the third and the fourth lines are going to make the difference. And what happened tonight? Goudreau is out there constantly. VC was playing hard. He ends up getting hurt. Wenberg's playing hard. He gets banged up a little bit. They're all playing hard, those lines. So, hey, if they want to get into a third and fourth line battle with the Rangers right now, I think the Rangers got the edge. So as long as they keep playing like this, the Rangers have the depth. Everyone keeps saying how much depth the Panthers have and how good 5-on-5 they are. The Rangers have just as much depth, and they played phenomenal tonight 5-on-5.
You would have died on the broadcast tonight. It was all Panthers. It was insane.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I absolutely hated them.
But
what did Emily Kaplan have to say?
No, she was interviewing people mostly. But all right, let's end this on 2 points. First, I want to give some credit to Alexander Barkov. What a hockey player! I mean, holy moly! Like he's one of the best players in the league.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a player you build your team around.
Just an unbelievable hockey player. To that shift where he hit the post, where it actually hit the shaft of a stick and then hit the post. Zibanejad was on him. He was playing him perfectly. That was insane. You know, is that the same play you were talking about?
Yeah, I just said how good Zibanejad was. What are you saying? We're going to end it on this point?
Wait,
you hearing me?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think
really.
I didn't fully get what you were saying. I'm sorry. I just want to say that one play, Zibanejad was on him well. Like, it wasn't like he, made Zibanejad look good that he made that play. Anyway, I guess Coach made the point already, so I can't make it. Oh, I guess that's the rule.
It's kind of like not reading the text messages. You know what I mean?
No, I just didn't hear you. I guess I don't get it. So shout out to Barkov, but also Vinny Trocheck, goal and assist. I wasn't sure who made the pass to Goudreau when it happened. I was just so shocked, and then I looked at it and it was Trocheck. Of course, it was Trocheck.
He's such a sneaky good player. I don't know. It's weird.
Unbelievable. So, all right. Going to Game 3, we'll all be there at Game 3. It'll be kind of a shit show on the post game. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll figure it out, I guess.
To catch a train or anything, so we'll be fine.
There might not be a post game in Game 3. We'll figure it out, but
I'll think of something.
the boys are coming to South Florida.
Maybe we'll just go Instagram live for that. We'll do it from our phone.
The boys are coming to South Florida for that one, and hopefully, the Rangers can go up 2-1. But big win, boys. Let's go. Get home safe. Everybody enjoy the win.
We'll see you in a day. Can't wait, boys.
Love you guys.
Tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun tomorrow. A lot of fun.
Thanks for setting it up, Mikey.
Let's go Rangers. Love you guys. Thanks for all the support, man.
See you down in South Florida. Shoot us a message.
Long series.
Love you guys.
Buckle
Love you
up.
guys. Night.
What does PK say? Pack a lunch.
Pack a lunch.